Brian, this week has been unique, to say in a word, and everything that has happened has now culminated in BYU's got their head coach. They're in Arlington. They're ready for their first ever Power 4 Conference Championship game. How would you sum up the emotions of this week building to this moment?
Probably the word that comes to mind, Spencer, is gratitude. Gratitude for not only the fact that our head football coach chose BYU. Kalani choosing BYU means everything to Cougar Nation, and having the chance to be with Cougar Nation tonight down on the field and hear their enthusiasm, not only for what's happening in our football program for BYU athletics, but this game tomorrow. This is an incredible opportunity for BYU when the world is watching to do something really special.
Understandably, they're all excited to have Kalani back, as you pointed out, because they know what he means to this program. You know what he means to this athletic department in this program. So to get that taken care of by Tuesday, how has that allowed this team now to focus in on what's going to happen on Saturday in the game?
Yeah, Spencer, it eliminated all the distractions. It was becoming a distraction from what's at hand, and the task at hand is to come and try to win a Big 12 championship. And that's why I get so excited about our football program, is we're 3 years in. This is our second year of tying for the conference championship. We're now in Arlington playing for a Big 12 championship. And it's really a tip of the cap to Kalani, to our coaching staff, and to our players. And I'm just super impressed with the ability that they've had, even the last few weeks, to really focus so that we're actually here. There were so many people that doubted we were ever going to be here. But not only are we here, we belong here. We're one of the best teams in the country. We can play with anyone. And I think Cougar Nation and the world's going to find out tomorrow we're going to play great football.
Correct me if I'm wrong. In talking with the team and the coaches, it feels like this team has never been more motivated because of everything that's circling around BYU and the College Football Playoff Committee, and saying that BYU right now is not good enough to be in the bracket, that this has been like a rallying cry, like a circle the wagons moment. How are you seeing it, and what are the conversations that you've been having with the staff and players about that?
Yeah, this is absolutely a rallying cry, because when you hear from enough people around the country that maybe we don't belong, our team and our coaches know we do belong. Our strength of record is one of the best in the country. We're 11-1. We have all those top 25 wins. We have so many great wins on the road. We have played consistently great football. Yeah, it's fair. We didn't play our best at Texas Tech, but we get another shot. Unbelievable opportunity tomorrow to go out and show the world that we do belong. I have a great feeling about our preparation. And I always say that I hope that our team plays to the level of their preparation. And I believe we're very well prepared for this game. Our coaches have been locked in. Our team's locked in. And now Kalani's locked in. And for that, we're super grateful. And I just want to touch on it. The fact that Kalani chose BYU is everything. He has a chance to continue to build an unbelievable legacy. He had an incredible decade. Hopefully we have another decade of great BYU football, but I'm just so grateful that he chose BYU, and I'm really grateful that when it came right down to it, when we're in a room together, the relationships are what matters. And Kalani and I have been locked in since the day we sat at that table with Tom Holmoe, myself, and him in Portland 10 years ago, and we felt something special there, and that's why we made a decision to go with Kalani. And in the last week, we felt something really special between Kalani and me about where we're going together. And I'm super grateful for that. And the fact that he chose BYU over what people were throwing at him means everything to not only us and BYU athletics, but to Cougar Nation as a whole. And I think the future is very, very bright for BYU football and for BYU athletics.
You used the word unprecedented when talking about what was done as a collective effort to get you and Kalani in a room together, to solidify that deal, to make it happen, and to lock him in. So with those extra efforts, what kind of vision do you have for what he'll be able to do with the things that he was asking for and the athletic department was able to make happen?
Yeah, the one thing that needs to be clarified is, you know, we obviously made a long-term commitment to Kalani, but the commit was made so that he can continue to build a legacy. You know, he's following in the footsteps of one of the greatest coaches and people, human beings of all time, in Lavelle Edwards. And Lavelle placed a lot of trust in Kalani taking over the program. And Kalani feels a deep responsibility to spread the good of BYU to the world. And the thing that's most impressive to me about Kalani is we play great football. Here we are playing in the Big 12 championship, but the things that go on behind the scenes, the service, the way he has a touch point with every Cougar Nation fan, the way he interacts with people. I've come home with him on flights late at night where we get in at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. There are 200 people waiting outside, and he'll take a picture and shake the hand of every single person at the airport. He's just a very unique human being and really one of my favorite people. It's one of the reasons why I added him to our executive team. I wanted him in the administration because his voice carries way beyond football. He is super important to the success of BYU athletics, not just BYU football. And I'm super grateful for his sensitivity to what's going on outside of the football world. His willingness to go and be and see and serve. He's very unique. And I say this all the time. We're not investing in just random coaches. We're not just investing in a football coach. We're investing in Kalani Sitake. We're investing in the very best coaches in the business. And that's why we wanted to make a long-term commitment. And then add to that, look at who Kalani has surrounded himself in that program. Those assistant coaches are as good as any in the country. And that's one of the reasons we're having success. And that's what I love about Kalani. He's always deflecting to everybody else in the program. But everybody in Cougar Nation understood when he made a decision to stay at BYU this week. Not only did he make a decision to align perfectly with BYU, he made a decision to stay here because he's committed to his assistant coaches and his staff, and he's committed to those players. And in the end, that's everything. He wants it to be all about them. And we want to do everything we can to support that vision. But I'm just so grateful to be in it with them. If I'm going to climb a mountain as the athletic director, I want to climb it with Kalani Sitake.
Brian, we appreciate the time. Obviously super excited about the Big 12 championship game and the history that's being made for BYU athletics. It's been a long climb up here. So just as a final question, what does taking the field in a Power 4 conference championship game, knowing everything that BYU has done to push, because they've been knocking on the door forever, they're finally here. What does it mean to you to watch this now develop and see that team run out onto the field to do something they've never done before?
It's one of the most exciting things that's happened at BYU, and maybe the biggest game that BYU's had since 1984, playing Michigan. There's a lot riding. And I'm confident we're going to come out tomorrow and do something really special. And what it really is a culmination of incredible coaches and incredible players over a lot of years that have built something so special that we get to come out tomorrow in front of the world and play for a conference championship and a bid in the college football playoff. Let's go. Vamos Cougars. I'm so excited to join Cougar Nation tomorrow. When our team runs out on the field, Kalani runs out on the field, you're going to hear one of the loudest ovations that has ever happened in BYU history. And then we're going to go play great football and hopefully celebrate a championship tomorrow afternoon.
Brian, we appreciate the time. Know how busy you are. Congratulations on navigating a very, very challenging and important week in BYU athletics.
Spencer, thanks so much. I'm super grateful to be a part of it and super grateful to walk this path with our incredible coaches and student athletes.